friends, welcome to AhiluArts channel. I am Uma. In this video we are going to see how to crochet this beautiful arcade stitch. Okay, it's kind of look like a shell stitch, but unlike shell stitch, it's not going to have each and every row as shell, so it's not a yarn eater, and again it's completely different pattern, but it's very simple once you understand the flow. Okay, even I myself afraid of this stitch a lot, but once I keep on trying, I get good hang of it. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it, how to understand it easily, so that you don't need any patterns or any tutorials to do it as you practice. Okay, so let us start how to do this. You can see the pattern is arranging in a perfect way, so that it looks like a shell, but at the same time we have a perfect heart shaped opening, and again it's not a yarn eater. Okay, this is kinda done like crocodile stitch, where we use 2 rounds in for complete one set. Okay, in how in crocodile stitch we will use a V stitch round as well as a shell round, and then it forms a same one set, right? Like that we'll use a chain round and a double crochet round to form this set. Okay, and again this set is also formed by a chain round and a double crochet round. Like that we used to continue. Okay, this can be customized whatever size we want. Okay, here you can see I have used 7 chain 3. All these V gaps are of chain 3. Okay, if you want this gaps to be bigger and with the bigger shell, you can always increase the number of chains. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that also. We can always customize it according to our wish. I mean, if you want to do a baby blanket, you don't need to have bigger gaps. Okay, but if you want to make a bedspread which you need to finish off quickly, you can always make it with a big gap as well as the number of chain by increasing the number of chains. Okay, so let's stop talking and let's start doing. Okay, first do a slip knot and do multiples of 6 plus 2 chains. Okay, I have told you this gap is consisting of 3 chains, right? 3 chains, and this I have done 3 single crochets, so it will be 3 chains 3 single crochets, like that. So we have to do 6 chains, 6 multiples of 6 plus 2, because we have to have a border stitch, 1 single crochet here and another single crochet here, right? So this is where you can customize your number of stitches. If you want more number of stitches, then you can do multiples of 6, multiples of 8 plus 2, multiples of 10 plus 2, like that. Okay, so now we are going to do multiples of 6 plus 2, so we will do like 27, sorry, 28, what am I doing, 26 stitches. Okay, so multiples of 6 will be 24, and then we'll do plus 2 chains. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24. This is multiples of 6, and then 2 more chains. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we always do our single crochet on the back spine of the stitch, then only it will give you the perfect finishing on the bottom, right? So leave the first chain, do a single crochet from the second chain and continue till the end. So by this way you will be having 25 stitches, that is multiples of 6 plus 1. You understand, right? So if you are going for multiples of 8, then you have to have like 32 plus 2, then you will have 33, like that. Okay, you can always do this as a big blanket in a same color or variegated yarn, or you can always do small sections of this stitch, and you can always attach it, right? It will also give you a colorful blanket. You can always do the same size as this, and you can make a great scarf, right? So whatever you want to make, you have to apply the same pattern once you understand it. Okay, so I'm going, see, I'm inserting into the spine of the chain so that we will have a perfect finishing. You can see the V like structure here, right, on the back of the chain too, so that you need not, if you are doing a blanket, if you do like this, you need not have to make another border row to give it a perfect finishing, because you are always you have already worked in the back spine of the chain, so that there will be no need for perfect finishing separately, right? So always remember, work on the spine of your chain. So I'll tell you why we are going to why we have 6 plus 2, and but the number of stitches will be in the odd number. I'll tell you why. Okay, because we thought it's 6 plus 2, so it will be an even number of stitches, right? But once we have done the first row, we know that it will be a odd number. Why? Because we need the odd number to make the number of shells, number of double crochets in the cells to be odd number. Okay, let me show you why we are doing that. See, we have completed the first round. Don't forget the first chain, and when you count it, you will have odd number. Now I will have 25 stitches. Okay, so turn your work, chain 1, turn your work and do 2 single crochets. Okay, 2 single crochets, then chain 3, 1 2 3, then skip 3 stitches and do 3 single crochets in next 3 stitches. See, I told you, right? Chain 3 single crochet, 3 chains, 3 single crochets. That's why we have done multiples of 6. Okay, see, 3 chains and 3 single crochets. Now again chain 3 and leave 3 stitches and do 3 single crochets. Okay, now again 1 2 3, skip 3 stitches and do 1 2 3, and finally you will have 5 stitches where we will be doing 3 chains and skip 3 stitches and do 2 double crochets like we have done in the beginning. In the beginning also we have done only 2 single crochets, right? That's, and likewise we have to do 2 single crochets in the end. Okay, now our little chain row is similar in both the ends. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we have to form the shell round. You understand, right? So chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch. Okay, skip the second stitch, then do 7 double crochet in the chain 3. Okay, this is why we have to have a odd number. Okay, because since we have to do 7 double crochets in the chain space, then only the count will remain the same after for every chain row. We said we have to do a chain row and double crochet row, right? So in order to maintain the count of the foundation stitches, what we have done, that is 25, we have to maintain the same count again and again, then only it will not go broader, it will go in the straight line, right? So that is why we have to maintain the number of stitches, and we have to do now 7 double crochet. That is an odd number. Okay, if you are going for 8 multiples of 8, then you will be doing 4 chain 4 stitches, 4 chain 4 stitches, right? Then you will be doing 9 double crochets instead of 7 double crochet. You understand how it is increasing, right? If you increase the foundation chain by 2, then the double crochet should also be increased by 2. Okay, so now since we have only 3 chains, I am doing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 double crochets. Okay, so now look, see how we have skipped the single crochet here. Likewise, we have to skip a single crochet here and then do a single crochet in the middle single crochet, right? And again we have to skip the third single crochet and do 7 double crochet here. 1 2 3 4. Why we are skipping the one single crochet after the double crochet and before the double crochet? Because if we don't skip it, then this single crochet and this double crochet will be in height difference, right? So it will not look good. So that is why in order to adjust the height, we have to adjust the length also. That is why we have to skip one single crochet before and after the shell. That is 7 double crochet. You understand, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, next round you will understand why we are doing 7. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now skip the first single crochet, do a single crochet in the second and skip the next single crochet and continue our shell. That is 7 double crochet. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Right, now again what you have to do, skip one single crochet and do a single crochet in the middle single crochet, skip the next single crochet and do 7 double crochets in the chain 3. Always count 7, because if you miss one stitch then it will going to affect in our next row. So always count your number of double crochets. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So again we have to skip one single crochet and do a single crochet in the last stitch. You understand how we have done? Single crochet, skip one single crochet, a shell, single crochet in the middle single crochet, a shell, single crochet in the middle single crochet, a shell, single crochet in the middle single crochet, a shell, and finally we have done one single crochet in the last stitch. You understand? Every shell, before and after every shell we have to skip a single crochet, right? Now we have to do the chain row. You understand, right? We have to do a chain row and then only the shell row. Okay, but you have to understand that we can't do the chain row like the previous chain row, because previously there was no shell and now there is a shell, but we have to maintain the shell in the alternative way, right? There should not be a shell above the previous shell. It has to be in between two shells, right? See, this shell is in between these two shells. So in order to make that happen, what we have to do is, see, remember these 4 rows, only these 4 rows we are going to continue again and again. Like the first chain 3 row, right? We have started with two single crochet and ended with 2 single crochet, right? That and the previous shell row. Okay, after these two, only these and another shell row only you have to repeat again and again. All these 4 rows only will be repeating again and again. Okay, it's like pretty much like virus shawl, the 4 rows, right? So 1 2 3 4. Okay, this will be our one single crochet and one double crochet and chain 1. That's let's not bother about much, let's keep it like that. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to have only 3 single crochets, right? Because that is how our stitch is going to work, right? 3 single crochet, 3 chain, 3 single crochet, 3 chain, right? So in order to have 3 single crochet exactly, what we have to do, exactly in the middle, what we have to do, we have to skip first 2 double crochets and do a single crochet in 3rd, 4th and 5th double crochet, right? Then only there will be 2 single crochets in this side and 2 single crochets in this side. You understand, right? So this is why we have done 7 single crochet, and that is why if you are doing 4 single crochet and 4 chain, you have to do 9 double crochet. That is how you will be leaving 3 single crochet in this side and 3 single crochet in this side, and in between you will do the single crochets. Okay, so again chain 3. After the 3 single crochet, what we have to do, chain 3, right? So skip this first 2 double crochet, skip this single crochet, skip this first 2 double crochet. So technically we are skipping 5 stitches, but we have done only 3 chains. Okay, that is how we are maintaining the length, the sides, it's not going to get broader. Okay, so again from the 3rd stitch we are doing 3, 4 and 5th stitch we are doing 1 single crochet in each, right? Now chain 3, again skip this double crochet, skip the double crochet, skip the single crochet in the middle and do 1 2 3. Then again chain 3, skip all the 5 stitches and 1 2 3. You see, now since we have the 3 single crochets in the middle of the shell, we will be having our single crochet, our next round single crochet in the middle of this 3 stitches. Okay, then only the shells will be exactly in between each others. Okay, so now what we have to do, how we start this round, since see here, the previous chain 3 round, how we have started 2 single crochets in the beginning, that is why we'll have 2 single crochet at the end. So now we have 4 chains here, so we have to end this with 4 chains, 1 2 3 4, and do a slip stitch in the first single crochet. But if you do this, then we will not be on the top of the row to start a double crochet, right? We will be at the bottom, right? So in order to avoid this, you remember how we have done in the virus shawl, the final stitch has to be, the final 10 chain has to be done by replacing the 3 chains with a double crochet. Like the same way, what we have to do, since usually we will replace the first double crochet with chain 3, right? Now we will be replacing the chain 3 with a double crochet, right? So instead of doing 4 chains, we are doing 1 chain and 1 double crochet, which technically will be 4 chains, but again we will be at the top of the row, not in the bottom. You understand, right? So this is how we will be doing. See, instead here we have done 4 chains, right? So we have to end this round, this row with 4 chains, but if you do the chain, we will not be on the top of the row, we will be at the bottom. We should not have that, right? Everywhere, then we couldn't start the next row. That is why instead of doing 4 chains, we are doing 1 chain and 1 double crochet. Technically the double crochet and chain 3 are the same, right? So now turn your work. See, usually wherever the 3 chains are, what we will do, we will have 7 double crochet. Now previous row we have 1 2 3 4 shells. Now we have 1 2 3 shells, and the fourth shell is being divided into 2, and we have 1 half shell in this chain space and 1 half shell in this chain space. You understand, right? So if 7 is a full shell, what is the half shell? It will be 4, right? So chain 3, that will be our first double crochet, and do 3 double crochets for the half shell. That is in a completely it will be a 4 double crochet half shell. You understand, right? Since we have 24 which is a multiple of fourth multiple of 6, we will have 4 we should have 4 shells. So in the next row, every the fourth shell is being divided into half shells in the beginning as well as in the end. Okay, so skip the first single crochet and do the single crochet in the middle. Now again everything is similar. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Don't forget to count, okay, because we need the 7, then only we will have correct number of stitches to skip 2 here and 2 here and have 3 double crochets in the center. So now what we have to do, skip the first single crochet in the second, and skip the next single crochet, that is the final one, and then start our shell, which is 7 double crochets. Some of you might feel that it's a lot of description, lot of explanation even for a simple stitch, but again in all our video I am saying this video, every tutorial we have to consider even the beginners who have just started crocheting, so the explanation has to be in detail for them to continue the pattern, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So pardon me for the detailed explanation. If you get bored, I am really sorry. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Right, now skip the first single crochet and do a single crochet in the middle. So skip the next single crochet. Now in the four chains, what we have to have, half shell, right? That is 4 double crochet. 1 2 3 4. That's it. See, these 4 rounds, these 4 rows, what are the 4 rows? The first chain row, which started with 2 single crochets and 2 single crochets and a shell row, and the next chain row, which started with 4 chain and the half shell row. Okay, these 4 rows is what going to be repeated again and again to achieve the pattern. You understand? See here, first complete shell and the half shell row, and complete shell and half shell. See, we are going to repeat the same 4 rows again and again. So how? Now how we have to repeat the first row, right? First chain row, that is chain 1, 2 single crochets, right? Now we have 2 double crochets to skip, and the chain single crochet to skip, and 2 double crochets to skip, like we have done in the every gap. See here, 5 stitches have been skipped, right? That is why we have 4 as a half shell, so that we will have 2 single crochets, and then chain 3, skip the 5 stitches, that is 2 double crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 double crochet, and do the single crochet. Now you understand. This is our first chain row, which starts with 2 single crochet. Again chain 3, skip 5 stitches. Right, once you understand the 4 rows again and again, that is all the 3 rows are easy only. The only thing you have to make sure is you understand the third chain row. Right, once you understand, once you get that why we are doing why we are starting with chain 4, then you will be a master of this stitch. See, unless otherwise we have 7 stitches exactly, this gap will not be symmetrical. That is why you always count your stitch. See here, now we have 4 double crochet, so we will be skipping only 2 double crochets and we will do 2 double single crochets, one in the stitch and one in the top of chain 3. Always use both the strands of chain, otherwise you will have unnecessary gap, which is not good. See, okay, see here, this is the loop and this I have taken both the strands of the chain. Look, we have done the first chain row. Now we know what exactly to do. Single crochet, skip the next single crochet and 7 double crochets, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, you might feel this easy, so you can just forward the video and go to the next chain row, because I feel it will be easy for you to understand it better if we have done 2 sets of 4 rows, so for you to better understand. Okay, so skip the first and last, do a single crochet in the middle and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now skip first and last, single crochet in the middle, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, skip first and last, single crochet in the middle, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. How you know that you are maintaining the initial number of stitches is, you can, when you do the single crochet, when you do the chain row with 2 single crochet starting, when you count it, you will have the exact number of stitches where you started. See here, 2 single crochet, 2 and 3 chains 5, 3 single crochets 8, 3 chains 11, 14, 17, 20, 23 and 2 single crochet 25. That is the exact number of stitches, right? So every time when you do the chain row, every 5th row you will be doing, right? When you count that, you should have the same number of stitches what you have begin with. Okay, now what we have to do, this is the row, we have to make sure we understand it right. So we have to have a half shell, so 1 2 3 4 chains, right? Skip 2 double crochets and do 3 single crochet. So you will be having 2 double crochets left to skip. So 1 2 3, skip the first 2 double crochet again 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. We have reached the final stitch. So chain 1, instead of doing chain 3, we will be doing a double crochet. Why we are doing this? To have our working yarn on the top of the row, not on the bottom of the row. You understand, right? See how this is getting placed exactly on in between each shell. You understand, right? And again, one more advantage, we are doing the shell row on the same side and the chain row on the same side. So you will be having all the shells on the right side. See here, all the shells are on the right side. If you turn back, you can easily see this is the wrong side, right? So all the shells will be on the same side only. So you need not have right side and wrong side mixed up. Okay, so now how we will do? We have to do a half shell. 1 2 3, which will be our first double crochet, and half shell is 4 double crochets, so we will do 3 more double crochets. So again, skip the first and last. I don't think we need to do this completely, because you might have understand now. Wherever there is chain 3, you have to do 7 double crochets, and wherever you see 3 double crochets, you have to skip first and last, and then you will be doing single crochet in the middle, right? Okay, let us do that, and I'll show you how to start the next round also. Okay, so this is how we will be doing. You understand, right? So if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Comment your suggestions in the comment box, and if you want to make any other thing, you can just send me the pattern or what is that? Links or images, anything in our Facebook page or Facebook group. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you never miss any video. Share your photographs to inspire others in our Facebook group. Thank you. Bye bye.